Welcome to the third episode of this 8-part series on holistic well-being for teens. In the last episode, I talked about emotional well-being. Today, I'm going to talk about mental well-being. And as I said in the previous episode, emotional and mental well-being are very close, and sometimes they get mixed up together. In my opinion, usually when people are talking about mental health, they actually mean the emotional well-being. And you might like to watch the previous episode if you haven't done so already, if you want to hear me talk about emotional well-being. So let's dive into mental well-being. What is mental well-being? It is the healthy mental state that allows us to move through life, to learn, to work, to do our stuff, to contribute to our community, and to realize our abilities. And it's our mental well-being that plays a big role with how we handle stress, how we make decisions, and how we act in relationships. Now, mental well-being for our teens is essential for them to enjoy their life, to learn at school, to develop new skills, and also to navigate their relationships, their friendships, and their family, and to move forward and ultimately to succeed, to reach their dreams. What is key to mental well-being is, first of all, emotional well-being. Again, they are very interrelated. There is a very close back and forth relationship between emotions and thoughts, and together they impact decisions and behaviors. And emotions and thoughts tend to loop together. If teens learn how to properly manage their emotions, then they are more likely to manage their thoughts, because usually it's the emotions that are strong, that are running the show. So I'm going to give you my top tips on what you as a parent need to focus on in terms of your teens' mental well-being. Tip number 1, focus on their physical well-being. Yes, a healthy mind needs a healthy body. And there's no getting around this one. I have covered physical well-being in the first episode of this series, so you might want to check that one out. Tip number 2, focus on their emotional well-being, just like I said earlier. And again, you might want to check out the other episode. Tip number 3, you as a parent, you get to help your teen satisfy their needs for self-actualization. And what does this mean? This means that you provide them with opportunities to learn new skills, and not just, academics, or it can be any life skill. Also their hobbies, sports, social skills, speaking. You need to give them rich experiences. You need to take them places, let them meet new people, expose them to different things. That's how they learn. That's how they discover for themselves and how they find out what their interests are. And you need to help them realize their potential. If you see that they have an interest for something or a talent, nurture that talent. Give them experiences that nurture them, that grow, that help them grow their interests. And tip number 4, to help with your teens' mental well-being, is to help your teen develop executive functioning skills. And these skills are the skills that allow the mind to do its job. Now, they include focusing skills and having sustained attention. And that's the ability to actually sit down and focus and, put your attention on one single thing. Executive functioning skills include also working memory and your ability to retain information. They also include organizing skills, how to prioritize, planning skills, task initiation, and that's about starting new things. And sometimes it's very hard to start, but that's a skill, how to actually initiate a task. And then there's also time management, how to manage time. There's persistence, how to follow through to completion. Metacognition skills, and that's very important. This means self-awareness. How much does your teen know themselves? How much are they aware of their strengths, their weaknesses? There's also flexibility and tolerating stress. That also falls under executive functioning skills in terms of the mental flexibility, how open they are to other points of view, how willing are they to listen, to take in information, and to apply reasoning and logic. And of course, there's also emotional regulation skills. Now, these fall under emotional well-being, but the mind also plays a big role um, when in terms of self-regulating and the thoughts that we think and the talk we have with ourselves, the self-talk, the choice of words, that is very important. And all these fall under what we call executive functioning skills. And for me personally, it really pains me sometimes to see, teens and young people giving up on their dreams or their goals, whether it's academics or hobbies or passions, or maybe they don't go for the careers they really want. They just give up before even trying because they think it's too hard. And this perception that it's too hard is usually due to weaknesses in the executive functioning skills. And it frustrates me because these skills, they're not innate. They actually need to be learned. They need to be practiced. And sometimes we assume that the school is responsible for teaching this to our kids, or that they have already learned it during primary schools, and when they reach the teen years, we expect them to already know it. So we don't check in on how they're doing in these skills. So that's a very big thing to be mindful of. As a wrap up, when it comes to your teens' mental well-being, focus on their physical well-being and their emotional well-being. Help them satisfy their needs for self-actualization by providing them lots of opportunities and experiences, and help them develop their executive functioning skills. I invite you now to pause and reflect on your top takeaway from this episode. And what small, simple step can you start doing today to improve your teen's mental well-being? Thank you for listening. I'm Nadine, the Teen Soul Coach. I'll see you next time.